Welcome to the weekend here at Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Friday, December 15th, 2017. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. In the words of the great Kevin Hart, there's levels to this game, fool. And from where I'm standing, there aren't too many guys in the men's physique division operating on that same level as Andre Ferguson right now. A few months removed from wrapping up one of the most dynamic seasons in the history of the men's physique division, one of the brightest stars in the game looks like he's almost ready to shine again. This week, new images surfaced of a completely insane looking Ferguson, who's apparently prepping for another run at the Arnold Classic, where he'll be looking to come back and avenge last year's second place defeat to Ryan Terry. I don't think there's any doubt as to just how good Andre Ferguson is when he's on top of his game. The only question is, will he be good enough this time around to finally seal the deal and earn that career-defining win he's been grinding for from day one? There's a lot of arguing going on in Congress right now with regard to national debt. So I say we should probably just go ahead, cut defense spending in half, and make Charles Dixon our new first line of national defense. Early Tuesday morning, the man they call the Tank was spotted doing a little reloading of the arsenal as he starts to narrow his sights in on the first quarter target for 2018. Even though it may not have always been reflected in his placings, when you look at what he brought to the stage this year, all in all, this was probably the best season of Dixon's entire career. Pound for pound, this guy has been one of the most fiercest competitors in the division for a very long time, but I still think he's probably one signature win away from getting the credit he truly deserves. This is a little more than a week away now, and I don't know what Regan Grimes wrote on top of his list, but a wardrobe full of bigger clothes might not be a bad place to start, because this guy has been growing something fierce. Earlier in the week, a supersized version of Regan Grimes was seen cranking out a little bit of chest and tricep action out at his new home base of Oxygen Gym, where Operation 2018 Takeover seems to be going according to plan. Word on the street is that Grimes is already tipping the scale somewhere north of 290 pounds and sporting some pretty damn good off-season conditioning to boot. The way things are going now, this kid is going to be a force whenever he dials it in again next year. But for now, as a fan, the best thing you can do is just sit back and enjoy the ride, because it's only going to keep getting better from here on out. I don't know for a fact that finishing off your Friday with a shoulder pump from hell is the #1 doctor recommended way to go into your weekend. I just know that it's true. Early on this Friday morning, third-year pro Tina Nguyen made her way into the gym to knock out a little bit of pre-weekend shoulder action, working her way through the latest phase of her off-season program. Despite the fact that she sat out most of the entire first half of the season, Wynn still managed to close out the year with a win and a trip to the Olympia stage, both of which were huge milestones for one of the more entertaining personalities in the division. As long as she can keep the train rolling and keep working hard to balance out her look from top to bottom, Tina Nguyen is someone I can see possibly becoming one of the breakout athletes of the 2018 season. One of the things I find myself saying over and over again to my athletes is that they've just got to sit back and trust the process. Kind of like what men's physique standout Chase Savoie is doing right now. After tying a knot on another awesome season with his second career Olympia appearance, Savoie and his team look like they're well on their way to picking right back up where they left off again next year. Over the last few weeks, we've seen a handful of content trickle out via Instagram as the men's physique up-and-comer gives his fans a little behind-the-scenes look at what he's doing to rebuild the machine for his 2018 campaign. Even in limited opportunities this year, you can see that this kid was slowly starting to put the pieces together, which is a huge indicator of how much effort he puts into mastering his craft. Moving forward with a little bit more thickness, Savoie could absolutely be a multi-time Pro Show winner. And I'm sure I won't be the only one curious to see how the next step of the process bears out once we flip the calendar and things get a-rolling again next year. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.